time, I ask that you would first and foremost please give comfort and strength to the family and friends and loved ones of the two victims, that your presence would be extra close to them and to the Providence Village neighborhood, that you would please be with the leadership and help of these different organizations and help provide clarity and wisdom and sensitivity on how to best and most appropriately provide support in the short term and the long term for the family of those who are left behind. We thank you that you're never too far away, and ask during this time that you would be a little extra close. Amen.
And beautiful, beautifully said. Thank you so much for that. And Ashley has posted some information on our Facebook page. If you would like to learn a little bit more and find the ways to currently support. I know Rotarian JT Riley with Providence Village Church is already distributing a GoFundMe on behalf of the family. So if you get a chance, please look at our Facebook page. Thank you again. All right, so we are just so delighted and so grateful for our guests that come through. I will say that we have ordered the sign. So when I get dyslexic and say things like Suite 180 instead of 108, our guests find us easily because we'll have a sign outside. So I really apologize for that. But I wanted to go ahead and welcome a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soul that's just touched the heart of so many people in our community with all her generosity and her service. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Sable Gilly.
Yeah. Take a look. You got it. Can you say, well, the people over there can't see you.
Yeah, it's hard.
Maybe here, come right here. Come right here and you can say hello. These people get to see and eat your donuts. So
We'll put you front and center right here.
Oh, that's perfect. There you go.
Stand up, stand up. Stand up, chair. But there's the camera right there. There we go. Can you say good morning?
Perfect.
Can you say hi? I'll stand right here with you. Say hi.
Good morning.
Morning. You want to tell us what you're doing and what you're about?
Can I tell her? You're with the SAS Share a Smile Foundation. No. Sable was the Volunteer of the Year for the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation Share a Smile organization. They're an organization that helps pediatric cancer patients. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's
No, it's fine. It's I feel exactly the same way at this time.
Turn around. Anyway, so Sable and her sister do smile boxes. We do lots of community service with picking up trash at the parks, fixing the little free libraries. We actually found a little free library in Burleson that really needs a lot of help. So we're probably going to start on that next, fixing their door. We just do lots of community service around our neighborhood and help. Smile boxes are really her thing, sharing smiles. Not a whole lot she can do at 4. So like if the family that has been hit with some devastation in Providence, if they have children, we'd love to make a smile box to help them.
What is a smile box?
A smile box? Can you tell them what we put in smile boxes? Yes, tell them what we put in smile boxes.
It's too early.
You have to be on the stage Monday. You can't be all shy.
Do you put smiles on the smile box?
It's okay. She's saving up.
What do you put in there?
That's right.
Do you put toys?
Kisses.
And sometimes we put kisses, chocolate ones.
Chocolate kisses. Ah.
Crayons, coloring books, anything to comfort a child that when they've hit. Now the organization she's with is now branched off from the Pediatric Cancer Foundation because the Pediatric Cancer Foundation is being a little picky about who they send smile boxes and do things for. Now it's just Share a Smile because it's going to be any child that's been hit with a catastrophic illness or loss of a parent, or hurricane victims, tornado victims. So now we're going to be less selective on who we share smiles with.
Is that a Texas-based organization?
It started with a little girl named Elizabeth Hunt when she was 14. She wanted to help pediatric cancer patients. Well, they wouldn't allow her in the hospital, so she started her own organization called, well, at the time, it's under a name change now, was the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation, SAS Share a Smile, SAS being Share a Smile. So now, and she is now, Miss Elizabeth's what, 17 now? She's been doing this for almost, she'll be 18 soon, for 4 years. It's in 7 states. So.
And that's who's changing
Yes,
to broader.
yes, broader horizons to help more kids instead of just the individuals.
Wonderful.
There.
And
Yeah.
I know you've been following our public Facebook page, so we would love to just continue to get updates on what Sable.
Absolutely. Well, Miss Sable is competing in the North Texas Fair and Rodeo pageant on Monday, so we'll see if she'll be your local North Texas rodeo queen.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Sable. Thank you, and we wish you good luck.
Thanks for coming.
Not that you
Thank you.
you're going to knock it
All
out.
right.
For the
Thank you for the
donuts.
Can I
donut.
say something real quick, Perry?
Yes.
I knew that you were doing awesome things for our community, but I didn't really know and understand why. Just for you coming in to visit us and bringing us donuts, I have a kindness bracelet for you and one for your mom. And these are 2 cards that you can share these bracelets with other people that you see doing good things. And we wanted to honor you today with that.
Oh,
Yay.
You're welcome. We're really
you.
proud of you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
oh, thank you, Denise.
Thanks.
That's wonderful.
She's also in the running in the top 10 for Volunteer of the Year with the association. She actually is the youngest Pediatric Cancer Foundation Volunteer of the Year.
Oh, wow.
Aw.
Well, thank you.
Cool.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
So without further ado, I am going to bring on Felicia, who's going to share with us our Rotary Minute.
Okay, hello, good morning. And also I have a timer so that way I can time myself. Okay, all righty, good morning. The Rotary Minute News. Oops. Education in a pandemic and beyond. Facing the challenge of Corona-19, Rotary clubs and partners organizations are finding new ways to support education. Recognizing that education is a pathway out of poverty. Rotary and other organizations have made significant progress increasing learning in communities around the world. Rotary clubs have already supplied food to students and their families. Rotary clubs have raised money to buy food and pack the items for delivery. They also have donated money to buy rechargeable food cards that families can use at grocery stores. There were 91% students worldwide impacted by temporary school closures. 500 million students are out of reach of remote learning. Rotary connects 1.2 million people of action from more than 36,000 Rotary clubs in almost every country in the world. Their services improve lives both locally and internationally for helping those in need in their own communities. This is the Rotary Minute News. Thank you.
Awesome. Great job, Felicia. Very good.
And the article was really long, so I just kind of picked, some things out of the article.
You did a wonderful job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You did great.
Happy to do it. It was awesome. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And guys, so you know, we're asking each one of our members to provide a Rotary Minute. I think it's just a great way. Carlos and I think it's a great way where we all could dig in and learn a little bit more about what Rotary is doing. So thank you again,
Linda,
Felicia. Great job. Great job.
You're
Linda
welcome.
Inman
And I'm
had
signing off.
sent me a
Thank you.
message saying that she wanted to do the next.
Oh, good.
Who said
Next week.
that?
Linda Inman.
Carlos, you are going to be in trouble.
Thank you so much, Linda.
Actually-
Love you.
I would, except I will be camping. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the one after that.
See, Carlos, you gotta get your psychic abilities a little better.
I know.
Maybe,
He put
well,
everybody on the spot.
Linda may have thought we're doing it next week, but remember, it's actually 2 weeks. So she might be back by then.
Oh, I will. I'll be back.
Because we're
I'll be
canceled
back.
for Halloween. Yeah, so it's not till November. Right?
Yeah,
First.
yeah, remember, Linda, we talked about that.
Yeah. Sorry, Carlos. Got the weeks mixed up.
November 6th, I think. Right? Yeah.
All right.
So
Well,
Linda,
thank you again,
remember it
Felicia.
was,
I
it
know
was
you've got
November
to
6th, right?
dash
You're
off. So
welcome. You're
thank
welcome. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
you. All right.
Thanks, Felicia.
And I
welcome.
know
Have a good
Bill
weekend.
isn't here today, but just letting you know, we do have a new member. And I think just the constant love and support that this club has given to the Denton County Water District number 10 over in Savannah has just shown them that they love Rotary. And, you know, if you remember, Richard Deggs was the chief of police there, and he recently retired. And so just letting you know, we have a new member, and we're very excited to have him. He's already been helping the club out, which we'll talk a little bit more about in coming up. But without further ado, we want to congratulate Rotarians. We are so excited. That is having a huge week. And Denise, I will just let you take it from here.
Okay.
I'm so glad I have this on.
Oh.
Match my hair.
This doesn't even amount to say, you know, how much we love you and how excited we are for this journey that you're taking on. We know you've had a lot of trials during COVID and with planning and things like that. But Ashley, you do so much for everyone. And hands down, I mean, we were like, we've got to get her in here. We've got to do something for her. We appreciate you. We are so excited for you and Kurt. And we just want you to know that our thoughts and prayers and well wishes and excitement, it'll be with you on Wednesday, and then it'll be with you when you do it for real, which is, it's always. Anyway, we're so excited, and just a little gift from the whole club.
Yep.
On your behalf.
Thank y'all so
much. But
Thank you. I really appreciate it. So pretty too.
right.
Obviously, I'm in charge of the right people, and I'm sorry. It does not look so. Everything she says, on the other one, okay? This is fair. Thank y'all so much. Thank you.
So oftentimes I think
Thank you,
of how
Denise.
I suckered my wife into, being with this forever. That's what I'm saying. Be careful. It could be a trap.
You guys don't scare her. Don't scare her.
I think he's probably more scared. I'm kidding. Mostly.
Well, thank you. And Ashley, I know you can't stay long because I know you got to take care of your fur babies, but we are so glad.
I'll leave. I have about 15 more minutes, so.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Thank you all so much.
And this is what Family of Rotary is about. So thank you, Denise, so much. And just know that when you contribute to your Happy Jar donations, this is how it circles back. So just keep it rolling, guys. Thank you, Denise.
Just y'all know I'm always available for marriage advice.
Jennifer's like.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and open this up now, that if anybody wants to go ahead and acknowledge a Happy Jar moment, you are
I'm getting married next Wednesday. I'm just going to pay Rotary so I can say that.
That's right. As a matter of fact, I think every donation today needs to just acknowledge that. Ashley's
Right.
getting married.
I'm happy Ashley's getting married.
Yes,
Where I got my chain.
that's right.
I've
Michael
got
and
a-
I
I've
just
got a happy
donated,
moment.
and that's our Happy Jar moment. That's our happy thought, is that Ashley and Kurt are getting married Wednesday. Woohoo! All right, does anybody else have one they'd like
I've got
to
one.
share?
So on Tuesday, late afternoon, I was showing houses in Garland, and I was with one of my agents I'm training, and got a phone call from my aunt that she told me that my uncle had just had a heart attack, and to hurry home because we didn't know what condition he was in. And so I found out a couple of things. As I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, I'm going to be professional, calmly tell the clients to exit the home so we could get, to Denton. I didn't. I freaked out as soon as I hit the in button. I was like, get out! I ended up locking one of the sons in the house. I had to unlock the house again and let the little Cholo son out. I also found out that my truck will do 125 on the freeway and still has room to go. So, you know, if anybody wants a Hemi, just know you can go at least 125. So anyways, I made it from Garland to Medical City Dayton in 20 minutes. And by the time I'd gotten there, and I got into the little family room, my mom had told me that my uncle had opened up his eyes and he was starting to talk. And so come to find out, he had been without a heartbeat for over 30 minutes. And a few short hours later, I was able to go into the room, and he was having trouble. He was feeling, you know, nauseated, and he threw up. And so I waited outside the room for him to finish. And when I went inside, he said, "Tell your aunt to call Chili's and get my money back for that salad." That was horrible. So he's laughing and joking around. Last night, or yesterday morning, I'm sorry, he had triple bypass surgery, and he's on the road to recovery. I can't tell you how many times different doctors have told us that you know, you're not dead for 30 minutes without some kind of damage to your brain. He doesn't have trouble with memory or speech, use of his limbs, or anything like that. He's up and walking around, and so it's been a roller coaster of a week for sure. And so if I've been out of pocket, that's what's been going on. But we're super happy, super excited.
What a praise report. That is so good. Goodness, Carlos, yes. And did you call Chili's?
No, we'll cover it.
We'll cover it.
Oh,
Chili's needs not be involved.
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Wow. Oh man, Denise, would you like to follow that up? I noticed you donated.
I donated, but I had no idea that was going to go before me.
I'm just happy to be here.
Okay. I wanted to say, first of all, I want to say, Carlos, how did I see you every day? You listened to my problems, but I had no idea that was going on. So next time, I mean, I could have been praying. I could, you know, anyway, shame. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Right over the clear.
Yes. But no, my happy was going to be today and every day. We are so happy to have Carlos officing with us. He just brings a breath of fresh air, advice, fun, all of that. And so today after work, we're going to officially just kind of celebrate him a little bit. And I hope that he realizes how much we love him, and he's just great for everyone, great for the community, and we're just happy to have you. We all love you, Carlos.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Oh,
Anywho, I too love Carlos.
In other news.
And I love
Thank you. That was beautiful. Does anyone else have one to share?
Trying to.
Anyway, you do such a great job loving on others. That was beautiful. And so I'm just thankful to have you. And I'm so excited for Ashley and her upcoming wedding. And we at the red table, you know.
It's Love Ashley Day.
It is Love Ashley Day. So I'm just thankful for all these great partners to be friends with and happy.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Surrounded by friends, all with the same spirit. I love it. Thank you. Well, if anyone else has one they'd like to share a little later.
You got one?
I have one. So we're all at the bank going back to work, and it's a wonderful seeing everyone's faces I haven't seen 6 to 7 months. And so one thing that they asked us to do is on our little internal social media site, share what you've been doing for the last 6 to 7 months and what's been going on in your life. And one of my coworkers posted this wonderful, cute little story about how over the summer she found this new community and just fell in love with it and loved the houses, and it's just a wonderful family atmosphere and it's just beautiful, and post pictures, and it's in Providence. I was like, I know that little pond that she's next to. I know that house. So it made me so happy that other people fell in love with Providence the way that I did. Just like nice story, and it makes me feel good about where I live, that people still go there and just love the area and all the people of our community.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Can you wave in the camera? Because I can hear you, but I can't see your face. There you go.
I'm way off. Hi!
Hi, honey bunny. That's Gina. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. All right. So, like I said,
Right. Am I the last one?
Let us know.
Yeah, so mine was, I had kid number 3 go vote yesterday, so that was mine.
Yeah.
And I indoctrinated her into following our political agenda, so that was counting those. Oh yeah, I didn't. You have to brief them before. You
I
can't
did
talk to
brief him
them.
before, but then he was taking a really long time, and I'm like, who are you voting for?
Well, first of all, I don't know about you, but my hands started cramping from filling in 15 bubbles for squares. We've got, it's 2020. I've come up with a better system than filling in squares.
Wow.
And then, they said make sure it was
Yes,
green.
no little white dots on
Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, that was my happy moment.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad. I love the way you you number your children now. So
Yeah. That's my 3rd one. Yeah.
So since we're all feeling happy, I wanted to share some wonderful news that has been going on this week. This has been a really active week, and I'm sure you're aware from a couple weeks ago when Carrie had informed us that there was a need with water bottles in the school. And Carlos, Jennifer, Dwayne, Denise, I mean, just acted on it so fast and immediately got 2 pallets of water for Fuller Elementary. Well, it just kind of kick-started something. We were wondering if the other schools were needing it as well. And turned out there's a lot of need. So when Brockett Elementary said that they really needed water as well, we were just so grateful that Aldi in Little Elm said, hey, we got you, we'll donate a pallet of water. And so at the very last minute, I mean, this was like such short notice, Jeff and Brad Kiesling just jumped to it, filled up their cars, took their kids, and put in some sweat equity and blessed that school with so much water bottles. And they are so grateful. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate that.
It was a whole pallet.
It was a whole pallet. I know. It's a lot of water.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah, we do.
It's a lot of work.
Thank you.
I recently remember it.
They were like, you have to move all of this into a car and then into the store.
You would have been hating it if you got me instead of Brad. Let me tell you, I'm a very strong.
Yeah. Well, you saw I had like 4 kids that came with me. So they were out of school that day, so it worked out.
Yes, so thank you. So we also was able to bless Carriage House. So you guys came and you dropped off donations. Thank you so much for doing that. Carriage House Assisted Living is currently in a shutdown, right, Denise?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they had an outbreak of COVID, and so yeah. As a matter of fact, Denise, if you want to just share your experience.
Sure. We went in and, you know, of course, there's a little drive up and they met us outside with masks. Everyone had masks on. And when we were unloading the car, we talked with the activities director and she's like, you just don't understand how much this means to our residents. They are bored. They are, you know, for a week were able to do some bingo and arts and crafts or whatever, but due to COVID, they had to shut all that down again. And she just said it's so hard for them, you know, day to day to day to day. It's so hard for them to just keep going because there's nothing for them to focus on. So I know that they're going to be so thrilled. All of those activity books, let me tell you, we had like 15 crossword puzzles and things like that. We also did just some cards and just said, smile, be happy, and, just some uplifting messages that we sent along. So thanks, everyone. I mean, just like Jennifer said, it's such a blessing to be able to work with a group that is so caring and willing to go above and beyond and take care of people and love on each other. So the day you ever invited me to Rotary, let me tell you, I mean, I just love everybody, and I'm ready to get back to normal so that, we get to see everybody for real. But anyway.
I love it. Thank you, Denise. Thank you so much. And this is what Rotary is about. I always say the key to happiness is through service. And I probably got to be the happiest person on the planet, especially right now, because, when you pour out from your heart, that's what we're created for. So it's just nice to see everybody agrees with that and does it and is so active in it. So thank you again for your donations. But it keeps moving on. I mean, this has been such an active week, and we were just so grateful that our brand new Rotarian Bill, who just got in, and we haven't had an induction ceremony yet, but Bill Knack, who's the chief of police of the Denton County Water District 10 Police Department in Savannah, rolled up his sleeves and was able to partner with his other police officers just yesterday, and they donated some water to Paloma Creek Elementary that was also in need. And so thank you. Dan, I know you couldn't do it this round, but you're on the list, buddy. So you can't escape it. So we are just so grateful that they just jumped right in. They gave us a great, they were really happy to do it. And Paloma Creek was really grateful. And this was from Aldi in Providence Village that donated some water. So we are just so grateful to Aldi. They are just great community partners. Any shout outs that you guys can do, we'll be putting this out on our social media pages, but any shout outs you could do for Aldi would be greatly appreciated, and for the Denton County Police Department as well, the Denton County Water District 10 Police Department. And so they had a big day. They not only did Paloma Creek, but they also went to Savannah Elementary yesterday as well. And they were greeted by the Savannah Gatorettes. And so that was really fun. And what you don't see in this clip was a video of them cheering. And so it was just really exciting. The police there were so excited and grateful to have this opportunity. Bill is so happy to be a Rotarian. I mean, the ripple effects just keep going on and on. Mrs. Yolanda McKinney at Savannah Elementary helped coordinate on this end and was just so grateful for this donation. So once again, this is from Providence Village Aldi that donated this water. And so it's just such a blessing to just see how this just keeps rolling. Oh, yes. And so, go back one. More to come on that. There's other schools that we're realizing that they're in need. And we are looking at some area businesses if they wanted to help with that. Where we shine a lot sometimes is through our action and through our manpower. And so a little sweat equity. And so, I'll try to give you more advance notice than the day of, but if this is something that you would like to do and help with, I know it'd be greatly appreciated. All right. So this is a quick reminder that we have our gala this Saturday at the Kiesling Agency. And just a reminder, this is Horses Plus Hope with Amy Gayhart, and she spoke to our club last week. And they're with the Blue Sky Therapy, I know, I always get respite. I'm not used to that word, but anyway, they're in Krugerville, and they've got a lovely ranch where they help people with disabilities, and this is their gala. And so we are just basically being a station for them. So we appreciate everybody that wants to come, and any kind of love offering that you can give to them, I know they would greatly appreciate it. This is not sponsored by the club, just so that you know. This is literally us as individuals meeting at the Kiesling Agency and having some time of fellowship. It's also going to be on Facebook Live, so if you don't want to be in person, you can tune right in to to Facebook Live. And if you feel compelled to, you can put down your plate of Blue Goose fajitas and give a love offering. Thank you so much. And then just to remember that World Polio Day is on October 24th. Our sister club of Denton Lake Cities, with I think the club president is Brian Glenn, and they've invited us and so many other clubs to attend at 7 a.m. on Tuesday, the 20th. They're going to have a speaker that speaks about polio and how we're doing with that. So if you have the time and you're able to do that, you are welcome to it. And it's on our calendar on our website at 380rotary.org. So if you would like the link and more information to it, just go to our website. It's right there. Also, Jennifer mentioned that there is a trunk or treat coming up on Halloween. And so she's even posted it to our Facebook page. So look for that event if you are interested. And if you have any questions, just see Jennifer. She'll help you out. She will be there, her and her husband, having some fun, passing out some candy. So yeah, if you're interested in doing this, just see Jennifer. All right, and speaking of polio, they are having a pedal to end polio, the district. We are having one, and that's going to be October 24th. And so one of our past presidents, his name is Grady Ray. He's with Denton Noon Rotary, and he will be pedaling away at the Shops of Highland Village. So if you know Grady or if you don't, it doesn't matter. He's a great Rotarian, and he is putting some hard labor into trying to raise money for polio. So just remember that it is Polio Day on the 24th. If you are interested in donating on behalf of Grady Ray, just let me know. And just a quick reminder that it's not too late to donate those pennies. So far, I think we are about $211 shy of our goal. I think we're about $563 right now in pennies that we've got so far. And so we're almost there to hitting our goal. And what we're going to do is just get Jennifer to cut a check to Rotary International for all the pennies that we've collected and all your donations. So we're really excited about it. Our goal is $775, which would be $25 per club member. Hopefully we can get there, but we will definitely be sending some love that way. It's always helpful to get those pennies in, so just ask your neighbors, ask your family members, clean out your card carriers and your pockets, your purses that have tons of it on the bottom, Get all those pennies out. It makes a difference. And so I was just alerted yesterday that Providence Elementary School with Principal Jara Diggs is in need of water. And she just told me that yesterday, that this is something that they're needing. And so I wanted to just make sure I announced it to you guys first before reaching out to any businesses and seeing what anyone can do. I will definitely tell you that we would need some help with the delivery of it. So as Jeff knows and Brad knows and Carlos knows and Jennifer, it's a lot. It's really heavy holding those cases of water. So we'll definitely need some volunteers for that. But just letting you know, Providence Elementary is asking for bottles of water right now. And the issue is because the water hydrants have been turned off, they're asking for reusable bottles for children to bring that or bring bottles of water. And the scenario that comes up that's a problem is that there are students that are financially insecure who aren't able to afford daily bottles of water or even reusable bottles. And it mainly affects our elementary school kids, especially at that age. I don't know if you guys remember last week, Dr. Belding was saying it's pretty hard for an elementary kid to hold on and keep up with their reusable bottles. And so anyway, so just letting you know, a pallet of water, I think Jennifer said was roughly about $145 or something like that. So if you feel compelled to do this on your own, please, this would be wonderful for them. But I just wanted to at least just get it to the club first and let you know before asking anybody else. All right. And so then always the sweet support boxes. We are just so grateful for this. I am just really believing that this is how we got our latest member is through these sweet support boxes. Gina has just been such a champion of this. She has been delivering all over the place over and over. I think they're going to start thinking she's one of Santa's helpers or something, but we're just so grateful to her. But yeah, and thankful for Dwayne. So Dwayne has volunteered to start helping with these deliveries, and we're just so grateful for that. If you know of anybody that would want to do this, want to show some love to not only our police officers, but our school teachers and our healthcare workers, please let me know. Please let me know. And so just for $100, you can put a lot of smiles on people's faces and show a lot of support and kindness to this community. And there. Now we give it to Jeff.
Okay.
And Jeff's going to share with his vocational update.
I do. I have some interesting, so I was thinking about pets and how much we spend on pets. And so we spend on average, I want you guys to guess. I'll give you a hint though. It's less than 10% of your annual income is spent on pets. What percentage do you think it is?
9.
Way too high.
5.
It's according to a statistic from 2011, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. 5 is too high.
3?
2.
1. 1%. So I think it's higher than that.
Entirely too much.
According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics in 2011, which was that's the most recent compilation. So 1%. When we go through economic downturns, we see that stays at 1%. That it only goes to 0.9%. So the last time we had essentially a recession, which was 2008. We only went down to 0.9%, which is pretty good. I think most people with pets would say, yeah, I wouldn't skimp on my pets. Yeah.
I already do the minimum. Doing less.
You might buy a little less quality, but you're
I
still
include
spending.
my kids under the pets.
That's right. So I did want to tell you we spend more on our pets annually than we spend on alcohol, residential phone bills. That's not surprising. And men or boys clothing. We spend more than that. We spend more than on pet food. We spend more than we spend on candy, bread, chicken, cereal, or reading materials. So I thought that was pretty accurate.
Yeah, I can see that.
Anybody with pets would. I know you guys probably spend what? You're like a black swan, you guys. You're an outstanding. You're very, very far on the tail. But average, right? You skew the statistics one way. I skew it back more towards the middle because I only have 1 dog and 7 kids. So it's like I spend a little bit more. So we average ourselves out. But I thought that was an interesting statistic and I thought it was pretty accurate.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There are some of us that skew the scale. Some of us keep it.
And so Jeff will be having more information to share about his webinar coming up next week on October 20th at 2 o'clock.
Yes. So email me or call me or text me and I'll put you on I'll give you the link.
Thank you. Thank you. Jeff, I didn't know if you got my email about this.
I did not.
Okay, so we've been talking a lot about the District 5790 putting up a portal where you can upload your resume or look for job opportunities. But I just found out last week that they added a new feature. Hello, it is Rotary Managed Businesses. So if you're a realtor, if you're a financial advisor, if you are an insurance company, anything like that, they want you to put your information into this database so that Rotarians can share with Rotarians. And, if you're looking for tradesmen or anything like that, or photographers or things like that, they want us all to use this connection, which is so great. I'm just so happy to know that Rotary is doing this. So go to district5790.org. This will be on our Facebook page, by the way, and sent through an email, and put in your information so that thousands of people in this community, in the DFW Metroplex, can know who you are and where to find you, which I think will be really great, especially for those that are moving into this location. A lot of people are moving into Texas and they're looking for areas, where they can set up their home or their business, and they want to find other Rotarians. And so go through this portal and put in your information. And I will, like I said, I will make sure that you all get that quickly. All right. Let's see. Oh, and then it's me. Okay. All right. So I'm the last little piece of today's wonderful, wonderful meeting. And let's see here. I will go ahead and get started. So this is my vocational update, everybody. For those that know, I am obviously a Rotarian, but what I do in my day job, which is be starting in just a few minutes, is I work for McKesson, and I'm the portfolio management coordinator. So you're probably wondering, McKesson, what's McKesson? You know, what are you talking about? And McKesson has been around for a very long time. For over 185 years, this company has been supplying this country with pharmaceutical drugs and medical supplies. It all started with this cool guy named John McKesson. He partnered with his homie in 1833, and they have just been cranking it out ever since. And just thriving and going strong. So right now, McKesson is one of the world's largest distributors with over 50,000 pharmacies and in 13 different countries. And so, okay, enough of McKesson. What about me? What do I do? So before I start that though, many of you are probably familiar with Aubrey Health Mart Pharmacy, the pharmacist Steve Coombs. I just absolutely adore him. So one of the cool things that McKesson does is helps mom and pop pharmacies thrive by creating branding. And so Steve Coombs didn't want to just be called Steve Coombs Pharmacy. He wanted to have a brand recognition that people would go, oh, I love your store. I love where things are organized. I love where I can see all the signs. And so McKesson helps with that. They actually provide the signs, the branding, the layout. They also provide all the like software technology, things like that for a lot of mom and pop pharmacies so they can thrive and be healthy and successful. So it's a really, really great thing that McKesson is doing. McKesson's also highly involved with this COVID vaccination, guys. So a lot of busyness, a lot of stuff happening. So we've been picked by the government to distribute the vaccine. And so once that becomes available, so just a lot of stuff going on with McKesson. Now, what I do is I basically take what is scrambled and I make it nice and neat and orderly and functional. So with McKesson being so large, especially in the marketing department, we have over 200 different programs constantly running in just my little department alone. And when people need funding or they want approval from executives or they need blessings from above, a lot of times they have so many different ways of asking for it. Sometimes it's a Post-it note, I'm kidding, but sometimes it's a PowerPoint presentation. Sometimes they put it in Excel sheets, or everyone's got so many different ways of doing it that senior leaders went, that's it, I can't take anymore. I need one process, one flow, one way of doing things, just to make things easier. And that kind of makes me think of Rotary. You know, Rotary synthesized a whole bunch of ways that we can donate and give and support, and they organized it into one nice little format. And so that's what I do. So I basically take a whole bunch of people's different programs and I put it all into a database that is easy to read and it's easy for reporting, and it shows statistics, and it actually has their business cases in each one of these programs that they're doing. It actually has their goals, their milestones. I put all of that in. That way our senior executives can take a peek at it and go, okay, got it, one place, one source, easy to find information. So it's really actually pretty cool, and I'm enjoying it. So I've been a career executive assistant for over a decade, and that's basically managing someone else's life. And now I get to kind of manage a whole bunch of little lives. So it's funny how work and Rotary kind of tie hand in hand like that. And but also I create culture. And so for our team, I am kind of like the culture guru. And you guys, I do this happy hour trivia for Rotary. Well, I also do it for work as well. And especially during COVID, it is so important because McKesson is not allowing anyone into the building. I mean, no one. Only the people that are working in our distribution centers are able to go into the office, but no one else is able to. So because of that, it's really challenging to make sure everybody has the spirit of camaraderie and fun and team. And so, yeah, so my world is really blending between Rotary and work like crazy. I have to make sure I don't get them confused sometimes. So lots of ways that I do that is through kind of like the similar stuff that we do in Rotary. So I create ways where they can give back, like through love packs. They had a great pack out day. Back when we were in the office, we were able to do that. We also had team gatherings. So I have to create these events, kind of like what we do in Rotary, where you create these fun events where everybody could get together. And if you recognize this picture in the center, that's our sweet Caroline. And so Caroline did Strengths Finders assessment for our job, and they absolutely loved it because they were like, hey, this is how we get to learn a little bit more about ourselves and how we engage and interact with everybody else. And obviously Halloween was a big deal. And so now we're going to have to do virtual Halloween where we're going to have to share each other's costumes and everything else and find some creative ways to celebrate and show a sense of team. And then obviously this little photo of me over here is McKesson decided to use me as their brand ambassador. And so they took these photos of me and now they're like all over the web and all over the place. And I get teased a lot by my coworkers, you know, and of course now my hair is curly. So they say I need to go back and do pictures and just kind of crazy stuff. But it's such a great team. It's a great place. I actually love working there, but I think more importantly, it's because they foster the same principles that Rotary does, where they believe in, they call it I care and I lead principles. And that speaks really close to my heart, especially even when it comes to our club and with Rotary, because it's just the same feeling that we all share, is that we care and we lead. And so, anyway, just really grateful that I'm able to share with you guys what I do in my daytime. It's not all just Rotary. I do have to have another thing to keep up my time in my brain.
That's just your side gig though, right?
I know. I was going to say, I doubt Carlos believes that at all, because Carlos is like, yeah, right. But I'm just very fortunate that I don't have to stretch my brain too far at 8:30. And so it's like I could just easily transition over because it's pretty much kind of almost the same stuff. So anyway, thank you, Jeff, for giving me this opportunity to share my vocation. And just for anybody else, this is a great area where we can just learn a little bit more about what you do and you know, and your passions. So it doesn't just have to be about your work. It can also be about your passions too. And you guys already know Rotary is my passion. So I think that's pretty obvious. All right, Jeff, did you want to have any closing words about?
I did. I wanted to say thanks for showing us what you do, because I know everybody thinks Rotary is your full-time job. So thanks for showing us a little bit of the other Carrie. We appreciate that.
Awesome.
McKesson's a publicly traded company. Because of her hard work, it's trading at 156. So good job, Carrie. Keep up the good work. And then lastly, I just wanted to say that we need somebody for November and December's profile. So if you're interested, let me know, or if I don't hear from somebody probably by next week, I'll just pick you and let you know that you're doing it.
I think Jennifer should do it.
Yeah, so if you're interested, I'll give you first chance to tell me that you want to do it. Otherwise, I will pick you. But we do need somebody so we're doing these once a month. So November, December, assuming, I think because we're still doing the November trivia, right? We haven't canceled that yet. Okay. So we're still doing it November and then December. And so we want to try to do these once a month. So we do appreciate folks, and I'll help you if you need help, you know, coordinating something or want to bounce some ideas off. I'm more than happy to help you flesh out what you're trying to do.
Thank you, Jeff. And I actually forgot to mention, you guys.
Ideas and stuff. Jeff was great.
I said, do not do that.
Yes,
a lot of Carlos, like, I think as like, do not do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, I did forget to
the
mention.
little midgets with the guitar.
Yeah, I said that's not.
That's so much fun.
Yeah.
I did forget to mention that we are going to cancel the last Friday of this month because it is the day before Halloween. And so, and just a reminder, next week, it's just trivia. So no morning meeting, just trivia. But
And
yeah,
that's, what time are we starting at? 5:30?
whatever
what we
you
said?
want, buddy. You're hosting
Okay.
it.
So I need to figure, what, is 6 o'clock better or 5:30? What do you guys, we gotta get to Denton, so, what do you think?
If we gotta get to Denton, maybe 8.
You're going the opposite direction. You're going I-35 south, so that's actually.
Okay, well, we will come up with a decision and we will let everybody know. But in the meantime, Jennifer, why don't you just lead us out in the 4-way test?
Okay. The 4-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Number 1, is it the truth? Number 2, is it fair to all concerned? Number 3, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Number 4, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And number 5, have some fun.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll get some information on what time, Jeff, you want to do this trivia. Okay?
What? I'm sorry.
We'll get
say
some
it again?
information on when you want to do the trivia.
Yeah, okay. I'm thinking maybe 6.
Whatever
I
you
like
want.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever
I'll
time
give you guys-
you want. You just find out from your crew what works best, because you know they're
Just gotta
the.
finish in time to go to Friday Night Lights.
What is that?
Maybe you should do it, yeah.
What is
Maybe you
Friday
should
Night
do
Lights?
a football.
Football,
Yeah, but what time does it start?
7:30.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Bye, Dan. Bye, Amy.
Bye-bye. See you later.